fun team building drills, that's the opportunity to test and build this character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what are some defining moments that led you to this style and this approach? Were you a
Yeah.
former perfectionist as a coach?
No, I would say, some of this has been, so if you follow sport collegiately at all, the transfer portal's big right now,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so now you're starting to get, we'll get kids, I've had recently a couple kids that we've only had for like 4 or 5 months. Some of them you only have them for less than a year, some of them 2 years. And so they're coming in already physically pretty developed,
Mm-hmm.
but they're lacking this culture piece for our team. And
Mm-hmm.
so you've got to start, just like you would prioritize, like, and I think we were sitting in a meeting, it was a couple years ago, maybe it's been 2 or 3 actually now. We were sitting in a meeting with an NBA team, right? I don't want to say the name of the team. And they've actually got metrics, just like we got metrics for sprinting and jumping and body comp.
Mm-hmm.
They've got metrics for like locker room culture, how they influence and lead on court, lifestyle,
Yeah.
character flaws. So you're starting to see this in the pros because they realize these offsite pieces are influencing and having a dramatic impact of what happens on court.
Yeah.
And so you're seeing kind of, because what it is with NIL and transfer portal, college sports are coming a little bit more professional
Mm-hmm.
sports. And so now the culture piece is becoming even weightier, even though it's a buzzword and people don't like that. It's a reality,
Yeah.
right? It's ethos, right? It's it's breathing, it's living, it's changing all the time. And so you've got to have elements of your training now where you're addressing, and not so much you're not trying to expose people, but you're trying to show, hey, this is a weakness we have,
Mm-hmm.
and we've got to strengthen that so that we play better as a team on court because we're so talented,
Yeah.
we're so gifted, we've got the right people, but if they're not connected and trust each other on the court and work together as a unit, then we're just not going to be as good. So you've got to sprinkle and put some of that in
Mm-hmm.
with your off season. You got to now.
That's the value of the off-season strength coach, because you can test it
Mm-hmm.
and then shape it. You can coach. It's not just assessing, writing down, and then handing off to a sport coach. Now you're leading and helping build that if it's a limitation versus the physical capabilities.
Yeah, and you do it when nobody's watching, right? It's just,
Uh-huh.
and it's so controlled, and you can have some of those hard moments that's not embarrassing or shameful if it happens in front. Always, again, I like to say it like this, right? It's like, every private victory in our lives is always preceded. Excuse me, every public victory is always preceded by a private victory. So we want to work on all that stuff when there's not as many eyes on you,
Mm-hmm.
so that when you get on that platform where the whole world's watching, now we can be successful. And so do that kind of in the off season when you have time, and then it usually shows up. You kind of you get to pull that investment out.